everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Beauty and the Struggle of an Entrepreneur. I'm so glad today we are in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we have another lovely guest to join us. She's going to tell us her name, introduce her company, and tell us what she does.
All right, thank you for having me. Welcome to New Orleans. So my name is Shay Claiborne, and I just started a business. It's launching on Mother's Day. It's called Fluent, and it's going to be an online toy store for infants and toddlers.
Okay, so let us know what your inspiration was. Where did you find that to make your brand?
Okay, so Fluent is the toy store, and I reached out to different companies to sell their toys. Okay. So, for instance, Toys R Us is the toy store, and they sell different toy brands. So Fluent will represent the toy store. The idea just came from playtime with my daughter. I love playtime with her. After I get off at work, that's when I really get to engage with her. I get to teach her things. I get to see how she learns and things like that. So I was just thinking of an idea, and I'm just like, how can I help other moms engage with their kids? Sometimes a lot of moms give their kids iPhones and iPads to kind of keep them company, but I really think we need to bring back personal engagement with families and their kids.
Agreed. What's your daughter's name?
So my daughter's name is Aja.
And how old is Aja?
She's a 15 months, and she is very, very busy. It's like Christmas every day for her now because she gets to play with a new toy every day. I like the slogan, Mommy Found It, Little One Approved. And when I say that, I am definitely talking about my little one, Aja. She plays with all of the toys, and that's how I know that these toys that Mommy Fluent offer will be very beneficial to little ones.
Good. So she's your guinea pig.
She's my guinea pig. But I know that if I play with these toys with my daughter, I know that other people will enjoy them too.
I understand that. So tell me, what was the last thing in your 9-to-5 job that led you to just kind of come up with a plan that, hey, I'm thankful for this job, I'm thankful for the income, but I kind of want to steer my own direction and pick up this entrepreneurship?
So becoming an entrepreneur definitely started off with COVID, with being home, and I've had a lot of family members that lost jobs. I did not lose my job during COVID, but I did work from home, and I seen how that, how people losing their jobs affected a lot of people. So I definitely always, just from being in that, like seeing how that happened to a lot of people all over the United States, even people with different pay levels. Right. Like the highest paying people, like celebrities, they are losing out on money because they can't do concerts, versus someone that works at that's a janitor or someone like that. A lot of people lost their jobs, so you always have to have something to fall back on. And I wanted to start something for my daughter as well, because I can't pass on my 9-to-5 to my child. Right. I cannot give her my degree. She cannot, I can't pass on like, oh, this is my clock-in number. Right. I want to be able to have something that I can pass on to her. So that's really what started it. I feel as though when you have a child, you think about those things, and just like, okay, what can I give my child as they get older? And I'm just like, okay, I want to set up success for my daughter. And I feel in order to do that, let me start something that she could reap the benefits off of.
Okay. So you're a newly found entrepreneur, and can you tell already the differences between you punch clock and then your brand?
Absolutely. The difference is time. When you clock into your 9-to-5, that's exactly what it is. You clock in, you clock out. With becoming an entrepreneur, it's 24/7. 365. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and think of an idea. Oh my God, I gotta write it down because I don't want to forget it. Or if I'm walking down the street and I see, if I'm walking in the store and I see a mother with a child, I'm engaging with them, making sure that they know that, you know, I have a toy brand, I have a toy store. Like, I'm always on go. It doesn't stop. Even when I'm at my 9 to 5, because I still work my 9 to 5 job. Even when I'm at work, my business is on my mind. So I think that that's one of the major differences with the 9 to 5 and entrepreneurship. It doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't. I'm a business owner myself, with multiple businesses, and I carry 3 phones. Oof. People are like, "Oh my God, girl, how do you?" I carry 3 phones because I like my personal life to be just that.
Yeah.
You know, so finding that balance between your personal life and then your business life, that's going to be something that you roll into as you continue to walk the path down entrepreneurship.
Definitely.
So what do you think that is something you can put in place right now for yourself as a newly found entrepreneur that can kind of separate you as the entrepreneur and then you as your personal life, your personal business?
I think something that I can put in place to kind of divide the two, that's very hard to say just because of the area that I am in. With my business, because I'm really running a business that I promote every day.
Right.
You know, I go home and engage with my child. I play with my child. I really think that playtime is important for infants and toddlers because that's how they learn. That's how they engage, and that's how you're gonna see them develop. So that's a hard question to ask just for what I am going into. But I do want to give you an answer.
So let's kind of guide that question a little bit different. So I know, of course, you can't change your product. That doesn't turn off because, of course, you have your young one at home and you get to play with her.
Right.
But as far as in like the separation, business-wise, like for example, maybe you won't take calls or maybe you won't take inboxes or something about that brand at a separate time, like when it's time to, because again, there's no clock in and clock out, right? You wear so many hats when you're an entrepreneur. So kind of what's maybe like a boundary, I guess I could say, that you can set in place?
So how I would divide my time, I am a well-rounded person. You know, I still am a daughter. I still am, you know, a case manager. I still am a learner. So I'm still, you know, learning different things and engaging with different people. I love to meet new people. I love to have a good time. I love hanging out with family members. You know, if you hang out with family members, they don't want to sit down and talk about your business all the time.
Not all the time. They be like, whoop, whoop. All right, next topic.
Okay, like, all right, girl, we gonna stop inviting Shay over here because she only want to talk about that business. So I definitely, you have to, you know, give your family some time, and especially with COVID, with a lot of people not being able to be around family so much, I really do have to separate business from my family and friends time, because when we do get together, they don't want to hear, you know, all business every single time they see you. So I would say just me being a mother, a daughter, a friend, just making that time for
putting that kind of separation with the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that answer. You can hang with that. So being a newly found entrepreneur, I have a lot of people who will tell me, I want to be an entrepreneur because the 9 to 5 life doesn't work for me. I want to be able to tell myself what to do. What do you tell that person?
I was that person. I was that person for so long. It really was, oh, this is not gonna work for me, like it's just not gonna work. I need more free time and all of this stuff. I would tell that person, whatever works for you works for you. Everyone is different. You know, some people need structure, and being an entrepreneur, like, you're not going to have that set structure because different things happen at different times. Different things are going to pop. Different things are going to catch the eye of people. It's a give and take. Sometimes your ideas, it's like, oh my God, that is going to be a hit, and then you put that out, and then it may not be a hit. So
right.
it's a give and take. And I feel like sometimes with, you know, a 9 to 5, like, it is what it is.
Right.
Like, there's no kind of ins and out. You're gonna, you know what you're doing, you do it, and you leave. But with being an entrepreneur, it's something new every day.
It's something new literally every day.
It's something new every day, and I'm just starting out, and I'm still learning that it's something new every day. And I'm still learning what works, what don't work. And I know you, like, with being having multiple businesses, like, I know you're still, you know, is this working? Is this gonna pop? Is this not gonna pop? You know, you just gotta put it out there and get feedback and let it happen.
I definitely tell everyone that don't procrastinate.
Definitely.
When you're your own business, when you're your own brand, when you're your own plan, when you're the marketer, when you're the person who is, you're an entrepreneur, so you wear those several hats.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell everyone, don't put it off. Don't be scared. Put it out there. And like you said, if it takes, it tanks. If it's a go, it's a go.
Right.
Business is up and down. Some, like you said, you'll plan and you'll be like, oh my God, this is it. I'm gonna make a breakthrough. This is it. This is what I need for my company. And then you put it out there and they're like, womp, womp, womp. And you're like, you know,
yeah.
It doesn't always pan out like that.
Doesn't always.
But there's always learning.
Yep.
And there's always rebranding.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're a newly found entrepreneur, but I always tell people there's nothing wrong with rebranding.
Yeah.
I saw something actually today where it was Subway. If you notice that they revamped their logo. It's not, and I literally, the person who was a graphic designer went into detail about the logo, but she said something that they kept was the same style and the same colors.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a newly found entrepreneur from an old entrepreneur, I'm going to tell you that it's never wrong to rebrand.
Yeah.
When you put your brand out there, when you put your thing out there, don't be afraid to take advice. Don't be afraid to get criticism. But also, as I was telling like my best friend today, your sanity.
Definitely.
That's something that I say to keep to yourself. Don't take in too much advice on your brand because it's your brand.
It's your brand.
It's your brand. You know what works. You researched. You put the time. You put the money. You put the effort into your brand. Mm-hmm. So it's okay to take some advice. It's okay to take some criticism, but it's also okay to be like, it's my brand.
Yeah.
I did this.
Yeah. And I definitely appreciate those words. I feel like when you talk to people that have multiple businesses, they're sometimes with a lot of people that I've come across just like, oh, you know, don't expect, you know, all of this to happen, and don't expect this and don't expect that and don't expect that. But it's great to hear that it's okay to stick to your brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay that it's your brand. You know, you can hear the advice, but at the end of the day, you know what's best. And it's right. So it's good to hear that, because sometimes a lot of people are just like, well, I've been through this before and this is what didn't work for me, so here it is. And I'm just like, you know, it works for different people.
It does. I always tell people, again, it's your brand, and you have to understand businesses are different.
Right.
So I could tell you what I do in my business, and I could tell you what didn't work for me, but you're you, and what God has for you, He has for you. Mm-hmm. So I read this quote that said, the same God that gave me this business idea will give me my customers.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to pass that to you.
Receive.
The same God that gave you this great idea, this educational toy for kids, instead of being on these phones and these iPads and these tablets and, you know, mimicking people they should not be mimicking. You're bringing something awesome, something that's needed, something that's of value. So what God has for you, He has for you. It'll work.
And I received. Y'all got that?
They got it?
All right.
So let us know where we can find you.
Okay, so I am on all social media platforms at Mommy Fluent _. You can catch me on Instagram. You can catch me on Twitter, on Facebook, and my website is launching on Mother's Day.
Okay.
May 9th, and that is mommyfluent.com. Also on my Instagram, I give out play tips. I give out toy testers and teasers for my toys. I give out ways that you can play with the same toy different ways. So there's different ways you can play with toys. You can make a creative story. You can do color sorting. You can, tell the kid to create a different story all the time. So I give out different toy tips. I give out giveaways and things like that up until the launch. So make sure y'all follow me to hopefully get a new toy for y'all infant and toddler.
Right. So we're gonna go into the actual products that you have to offer.
Okay. So Mommy Fluent Toy Store will house different brands. So I linked up with different brands like Begin Again Toys, Itsy Ritzy. I have the baby mats, the baby busy mat, and so much more coming in store. So how did I link up with those brands actually? So I reached out to them, emailed them, harassed them. I would like to say, as an entrepreneur, you're gonna be stalking some people, but
you are with that muscle in. There's nothing wrong with that.
So I reached out to these brands and I basically told them my idea. I told them, hey, this is a toy store that I want to have for infants and toddlers. The brand toys seems perfect for my company. I really wanted to get toys that you can't really find other places a lot. So a lot of my toys, you're not really going to find on Amazon. You're not really going to find at Walmart or things like that. You're either going to find it from the brand itself or from Mommy Fluent.
Yay.
So some of the toys that we have, like I said, they're going to be for infants and toddlers. For my infants, I have different chewable toys for teething. Let me tell you, infants, they want everything in their mouth.
Yes.
That's one thing for sure. So I have a lot of different teething toys for them. I have the Busy Baby Mat. With the Busy Baby Mat it keeps the baby busy while mom is in the kitchen cooking, washing clothes, doing whatever you need to do. You can use these mats to keep their toys in place. So if they're playing with a toy, instead of dropping it on the floor while you're doing anything, you can hook it up.
Okay.
To the mat. You can also place the mat in the bathtub. You can put the mat on the window. So it's really going to keep the baby busy while mom is doing what she needs to do, and also keeping the baby engaged and keeping the baby kind of away from screen time.
Okay.
So the Busy Baby Mat will be available at Mommy Fluent. So that's one of the things that we have for infants. We also have, like I said, teethers for infants. We have books. So one of the books that we have is called Feelings of the Sky. So what that book illustrates is that different weather things, and it goes through emotions. So they have things like the sun is happy, and so the sun is shining, and the smile on the face of the sun. They have the cloud is sad. So the cloud have rain and thunderstorms and everything. So the cloud is sad, and then we have the rainbow is excited. It goes through different emotions, and I think that is a great book to have for toddlers, just to discover different emotions for them, so you can relate back to it. You can teach them about weather. You can teach them about emotions. You can ask them, hey, how does the cloud feel? And you can tell them, hey, the cloud is sad. Why is the cloud sad? The cloud is sad because it has a frown, or because it's different things that you can talk to with the kids. So that's the Feelings of the Sky book. Also, we have for toddlers, for ages like 3 and 4, we do have puzzles. So we're starting off launch with 4 different puzzles. We have 2 alphabet puzzles. We have a number puzzle, and we have a color puzzle. Okay. So those puzzles are with the brand Begin Again, and 2 of the alphabet puzzles go along with animals. So it has an alligator for A, it has a bear for B, C for cat, and you can put these pieces together and you can take them apart as well. And those are great. You can use them for colors, you can use them for storytelling. You can say, hey, the alligator is, you can place the alligator on top of the bear, and you can use it with different things like, oh, can you reach me the cat that's on top of the zebra? So you can
do recognition and sensory,
right? So you can do different things with those puzzles. So like I said, we're starting off with 4 puzzles. We are going to add more. So we have 2 of the alphabet puzzles. We have numbers and colors as well. So I'm so excited to show you guys what we do have. If you follow us on Instagram at mommyfluent_, you can see a lot of our toys. I'm doing toy teasers up until launch. Okay, you can reach out to me at contact@mommyfluent.com. So that is the email. You can reach out to me. You can contact me on Instagram. I respond quickly to DMs. If you see a toy that you like and you want to learn more about it, just do not hesitate to contact me.
All right, we love it.
Right.
Okay, so my next question is, I know that you're a newly found entrepreneur, so can you tell me about like maybe the struggles of starting up and being a new entrepreneur?
Yes.
All right.
So I would say one of the main struggles with just starting a online toy store is actually getting the toys to put into your toy store.
The main objective, right?
Right. So it's actually getting the toys. So the issue that I've came across was actually getting the toys. This is a woman-owned, black-owned toy company, and I wanted to reflect that. I wanted to have a lot of black-owned brands, a lot of black-owned toys available to my customers. And when I got out there and reached out to a lot of black-owned toy brands, I got X'd out. And that was difficult for me, just because I felt that I had a great idea, and I'm doing this positive thing. Of course they're gonna let me sell their toys. Right, so I'm just thinking in my head, of course they're gonna let me do this, of course. And then you get shut down, and it's just like building back up after that. A lot of them told me that I wasn't an established store, I wasn't an established company, so a lot of them didn't trust me with selling their brand. And that's something that I definitely had an issue with, but I'm so thankful for the brands that did allow me to
thank you,
that did allow me to sell their toys. I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful that they believe in my brand and believe in my story and why I want to do this. Sometimes I feel as though us as minorities, could help a up and coming person out a little bit more than we do. Just because I wish that as a black owned company, I wish I could reflect that more in my toys. I wish I could have more black owned brands available at Mommy Fluent. And I just don't right now, and it's not to say that I won't. It's just for right now I don't have that, and I'm looking forward to gaining that. I'm looking forward to launching and having a successful launch, and hopefully in the coming months I could also come again and partner with those brands that told me no the first time.
And it's crazy because if you're a reoccurring Stina Show watcher, I actually asked everybody that. That's my second famous question. How does being a double M, which is a double minority, African American, and you're a woman, how does that affect your business? And I actually didn't even think to ask you that because you're a new startup. So I'm so glad that we actually touched on that topic because it's so important. And I don't think that people understand. We have those two things against us. We're black and we're women. So it's like, I'm telling you no already before you even get the ball rolling.
Yes.
And I like to shed light on that topic because it's so many people coming up behind you that maybe you'll pass that baton to. So it's so important to tell them, you can do it.
Definitely.
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. And I would say something definitely positive about being a black woman in the toy store industry. I've made in New Orleans, I've made so many connections because of black mothers. There's an organization called Black New Orleans Mom. And I reached out to them and they've accepted my brand, they accepted what I want to do, and they helped me reach other moms and just so many other businesses. They kind of took me in and was just like, woof, like, we are gonna make sure that our black moms know about Mommy Fluent. Like, you are a black owned toy store and we're gonna make sure our black moms know about that. So that is a positive, and that's something that, you know, for someone coming up after me in this toy industry, that you will get the support from your people. You will. It comes with trust, just as anything. You know, they want to be able to trust your product, trust your brand, and the support will come. You know, it definitely will be there.
So you kind of rolled into our next question. So my next question is, what advice can you give maybe like a new startup company? I know you're a new startup yourself, but maybe when you have some more length, what advice can you kind of give someone that'll be in your shoes? Like someone coming up, getting ready to be in the toy store industry or the toy brand. What can you tell them?
I would definitely tell them promote. I would tell them education, especially with toys. You want to give families and moms and dads, caregivers, you want to give them the sense that they can trust your brand. Providing education with them, letting them know, like, you know, this toy is going to help your child with these different developmental stages and things like that. You need to build that trust with your audience, with the people that you want to buy what you're selling. Also, do not give up. Like, you are going to have your good days, you are going to have some bad days. Do not give up, because like you said earlier, if God gave you this idea, He will give you the clients, He will give you the customers. So just do not give up. Believe in yourself. Advocate for yourself. You may be the only person, I may be the only one playing with these toys with my baby. But guess what? We gonna play with them.
Okay. We gonna play with them.
So just do not give up on yourself. Keep it moving. You know, be your biggest supporter. Be your biggest supporter. For the next person coming up after me, hopefully you see that I can do it. So you can do it too. So I want to be that person that, hey, she did it. Why can't I do it? Because you can.
You can.
If I did it, you can definitely do it.
You can. So I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So excited that you came out.
Entrepreneur strong.